Welcome to your weekday cup of the Word. Today we're in Matthew chapter 14 to round out the week. Matthew chapter 14 is following that pattern that we talked about in Matthew. You've got some preaching from Jesus in chapter 13, and now in chapter 14 we're going to look at some events. The first event, there's going to be three in this chapter, the first event is the death of John the Baptist at the hands of Herod. Herod puts John the Baptist to death at the request of Herodias' daughter, and you can read about the disturbing kind of family arrangement going on there in the beginning of chapter 14. But from that we move to a lighter, happier, more compassionate note in Jesus' feeding of the 5,000. Not only does this miracle point out Jesus' power from God, but it also points out a compassionate preacher who not only fed their souls with the Word of God, but then said, hey, wait a second, if they leave now, they'll go home hungry, and they may not make it home. So let's feed their bodies as well. And then the last thing you're going to read in this chapter is about Jesus and Peter's early morning walk upon the water. Both the miracle of Jesus walking upon water and the kind of dual faith of Peter, the courageous man who says, let's get out of the boat and I'll walk to you, and the same guy who looked at the winds and the waves and started to sink when things started to get tough. That's Matthew chapter 14. Three great events, a lot to chew on. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.